we are big fans of the Microsoft product. Microsoft has a product called Defender for Office 365. There are two different SKUs of this, and we talked about this on our first call, but I wanted to kind of talk through how we go deploy it and configure it. And so I'm going to pull up my screen here and share the product page for you so you can see how it looks, because there's a lot of cool stuff here, and we have a whole solution we offer where we configure this for you properly and make sure that you get to the point where you are getting the proper solution. So this is just the Microsoft website. This is their Defender for 365 landing page. And I'm going to run through it just to talk through how this works. So this license is an add-on license that you can either bolt onto any Microsoft 365 SKU in a $2 and a $5 format, or it's included with a lot of our SKUs. So if you run Business Premium, which is our favorite SKU for businesses under 300 seats, it's the best value in the space. It includes Plan 1 in the stack. You can bolt Plan 2 on as part of a really great way to bolt on Plan 2 is part of the E5 security add-on. You can bolt that onto your Office 365 E3s or your M365 E3s or your Business Premium licenses, and it includes this SKU. So there's lots of ways we can license it, and we'd love to help you walk through that. Microsoft licensing is its own magical art that has to be mastered separately, and we've got people who know it left and right and upside down and backwards. So hit us up. For me, the real money is in the P1 SKU. That's where a lot of the email protection is. They've got a number of solutions we'll go through down below. The P2 solution adds some additional layers around additional protection in Teams. They can do some phish testing, that sort of thing, and a lot more automated threat intelligence as well. So for more advanced security situations, the P2 is a great license to have. I think the P2 is better sold as part of an add-on like the E5 security bundle. You're going to want the other SKUs with that. So most of the time, we're either going to sell you P1 as part of another SKU or P5 as another SKU. This is kind of a breakdown, and I'm going to talk about some of these features in a little bit more depth. AI-powered sentiment analysis. This is brand new. Has been only enabled for a few months, but this is a big deal. Microsoft filters an insane amount of email every day, and they use all of that data, and they're now starting to push AI models against it to start to identify attacks. Now, one of the challenges they have is they have so much data that if they tried to run it through something like ChatGPT, the amount of data center they need just to filter email would be mind-boggling. It'd be staggering. So they've had to build really focused language models for business email compromise and phishing, but they've done a lot of work in that, and they've built these lightweight AI modules that they can then run your email through, and they're starting to roll those out. And I'm really excited about the level of protection that adds to our users. And so that's a big announcement and a big improvement. They have this inline user protection. And what that is Microsoft goes through and it rewrites all of your links. And it also opens all your attachments in a sandbox. So when an email comes through with an attachment, they go open it in a VM in the cloud and see what it does. Look for malicious code, look for malicious activity. And so it really starts to filter out some of those novel zero-day exploits that are maybe embedded in an Excel file or a PDF or an attachment that's trying to be malicious. And then the inline links are a real big win, because one of the things threat actors will do is they'll send you an email, and the email will lead to a clean payload. There's nothing on the back end of it. It's just a benign website that link goes to. It lands in your user's mailbox on a Saturday afternoon. And at time of reception, it's a clean link. But Monday morning at 9 a.m., they change where that URL is going. They redirect it to a malicious payload. And at that point, now your user's in the office and they're clicking on it. With the Microsoft Defender for 365 safe links functionality, when they click on it, Microsoft goes and checks the link at time of click. And so it adds a really important layer of protection in all the links, because email is a common threat vector for threat actors to get into your system. They also start looking for business email compromise. They're starting to use AI to analyze emails for sentiment, for kind of how people are trying to get money out of people. And in the small business space, I would say this is one of the more common ways we see threat actors extract money from small business. They find a set of, maybe they compromise somebody's email account. They find a set of invoices that are legitimate. They start to change things like ACH numbers and slightly alter details in the invoice and try to intercept the funds that are getting paid for a legitimate invoice. Microsoft is really trying to crack down on all the details around those sort of things, and they're using AI to detect those, automatically disabled compromised users, that sort of thing. So really important stuff coming there, and I think it's an important piece of the tool. They have some security posture optimizations. They have some default settings they will deploy for you now. We also have a default config that we put a lot of effort into, where we can help you build all of these tools out according to our best practices. Being a Microsoft product, to properly deploy this product, it's 120 separate settings because it's Microsoft. It's a bunch of checkboxes that you have to check properly. We have a full config that we run. We run a lot of our businesses through. Reach out to us. We'd be happy to walk you through that and get you going. If you're running the P2, you can do some awareness and training where you can start to do fish testing. And then on the more advanced solution SKU, the P2 SKU, you can do investigation hunting, automated response, and start to really dial in some automation around this. So this product is a real key product for us. We really believe every customer should be running Defender for Office 365 P1 and properly configured. We have a security assessment we do for a lot of our customers. We'd love to help you out with that. We do a full evaluation of the Microsoft 365 security posture, and we walk you through that. It takes about 45 minutes for us to walk you through your tenant, show you some areas that need improvement. And one of the areas that we go and look at all the settings is these P1 settings to make sure that all these built-in protections that are included in a lot of SKUs are properly configured, because a lot of people have access to the license, but they're not properly configured. And so you're not getting the protection you need there. And so we'd love to help you with that, either as part of our Defender for Office 365 rollout or our 365 assessment product. And I'm passionate about this. I enjoy running these assessments. It's really cool to see where people's postures are. We align it with the CIS top 18 and go through and show you all kinds of areas that we can help you improve your security posture in Microsoft 365, which is such a large portion of your digital estate as a business is in that Microsoft ecosystem. And so we love helping with that.